have different names in and around our house, in and around our school, in and around our friendship. Sometimes, somewhere else, you are called by someone else by some names. So, those names are not registered one. Whatever the name that are registered in your school register or your certificate is the real name and it is the registered name. Similarly, for the newly discovered compounds in organic chemistry, we have common names and IUPAC names. What is IUPAC? International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry is a worldwide organization. They are only responsible to name the newly discovered compounds. So, the scientist who prepare a compound may be named by himself, may be named by his name. For example, if Periyasamy prepare a compound, he call his compound as Periyasamy and something like that. Periyasamyam, Periyasam, Periya. So, something like that he call his compound. So, similarly, the scientist name the compound, newly discovered compound by some common names, but internationally accepted organization IUPAC give names to the newly discovered compounds, that is called IUPAC nomenclature. Let us now see some IUPAC names for some compounds. Here the first compound CH3 CHCH3, CH2 CHCH3, CHCH3 CH3. Somewhere the CH3s are written, somewhere the CH2 is written, somewhere CH is written. So, how to write the formula first? When you start a chain, carbon chain, you start with CH3, very simple. And when you end the chain, carbon chain, you end with the CH3. When CH3 is used as substituent, when you substitute CH3 somewhere else in the carbon chain, there CH3 is used. Here these substituent CH3s are called methyl. Methyl is derived from methane. So, before entering into IUPAC nomenclature, what shall we do? We should first give numbering to the carbons present in the carbon chain. How to give numbers? Let us prefer the longest possible chain. When you are giving number, that should have the longest possible chain. Longest possible chain. See here, when you give number 1, 2, write 3 here for this carbon, what happens? The length of the chain is 3 carbon. When you continue 1, 2, 3, 4, now the length of the carbon chain is 4 carbon. When you continue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now the length of the carbon chain is 6. So, which is the longest carbon chain? 6 is the longest carbon chain. So, in that way, the possible longest chain is first predicted and the carbon atoms in the longest possible carbon chain is numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, the remaining carbons that are unnumbered are considered as substituents. Substituents. The substituents are now present in 2, 3 and 5. Now, IUPAC plan to give name for this compound as 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5, 3 methyl groups are substituted. So, this is trimethyl 2, 3, 5, trimethyl, the length of the carbon chain is 6. So, the prefix of a 6 carbon is hex. Prefix of 6 carbon is hex. So, hexane. 2, 3, 5 trimethyl hexane is the IUPAC nomenclature for this first compound. Come to the next one. Here the longest possible chain is numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. Why not we start the number from this carbon instead of numbering from the last carbon? Why not you give number starting from this carbon as first one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Shall we give? No. IUPAC is not accepting. Why? Because this is the functional group. This bromo is the functional group. The side where we have the functional group in the carbon chain, in that side the terminal carbon is the first carbon, is the IUPAC rule to give numbers. So, you should not give first number to this carbon because this bromo functional group is present in right hand side of the compound. So, this is first carbon ended with fourth carbon. The longest possible chain is 4. Now, the second carbon attached with bromo, third carbon attached with methyl. So, we should start here 2 bromo, 3 methyl butane, 2 bromo hyphen 3 hyphen. That is a way of writing numbers in the name. Number hyphen. In between the name, when the number comes, you should write hyphen 3 hyphen. When you start the name with number then hyphen. When the number is coming in between the name, hyphen number hyphen is a way of writing, proper way of writing IUPAC names. So, here 2 bromo, 3 methyl, methyl is a substituent, 3 methyl and 4 carbons is given the prefix but, 6 carbon hex, 4 carbon butane. So, the IUPAC name for the second compound is 2 bromo, 3 methyl butane. Come to the next one. This is ether. Methyl followed by O followed by CH3. This is ether function. So, ethers are named in IUPAC nomenclature as alkoxyalkane. Alkoxyalkane. This first methyl is one alkyl group. This alkyl group with this oxy is called alkoxy. The last methyl alkyl group is ended with the parent hydrocarbon alkane. Alkyl parent is alkane. So, you should give IUPAC name for ethers as alkoxyalkane, but this is methyl group. So, this is oxy, methoxy, the mother of this methyl is methane. Mother of methyl is methane, mother of ethyl is ethane, mother of propyl is propane, mother of alkyl is alkane. So, here methoxymethane, methane is IUPAC name of the third compound. Fourth one, here we have a peculiar structure for the fourth compound because we have double function. Aldehyde is one function, alcohol is another function. Two functional groups are attached in the same carbon chain, same compound. Where can you give preference? As I told you, the side where we have the functional group is the first carbon, the terminal carbon is first carbon. But fortunately, we have two functional groups in right hand side of the structure. How can you give number now? Where can you start number now? The hydroxy attached carbon or this aldehyde carbon? Which one is the first carbon? Priority rule here answers for this question. There is a rule in IUPAC, way of naming the compound, IUPAC nomenclature. There is a rule, priority rule, that helps us to find the first number carbon. In the priority rule, aldehyde takes the first priority. So, you should give the first number to the aldehyde, second to this carbon 3, 4. So, the second carbon attached with the hydroxy, you write here 2 hydroxy. The length of the carbon chain is 4. 4 carbon is given but prefix, but. But aldehyde end with the suffix al, al. Butanol, al suffix. Butanol, not butane or butanol, butanol. Aldehyde ends with al, butanol. 2-hydroxybutanol is IUPAC for this compound. And the fifth one is here containing 4 carbons but 2 double bonds. You know that a double bond is called alkene. Double bond is the indication of alkene, ene. When you have triple bond, that is alkyne, ine, triple bond, ene, double bond. So, this compound contains 2 double bonds. So, this is diene. So, buta, 4 carbons is here written as buta. The first carbon has one ene, third carbon has the second ene. So, this is called 1,3 diene hyphen 1,3 hyphen diene. In the first and third position of the compound, we have the double bonds. The double bond is called ene, 1,3 diene, buta 1,3 diene. And in the sixth one, we have triple bond. As I instructed you, this triple bond is the indication of alkyne, ine, triple bond. So, this structure will have the 5 maximum carbons in the carbon chain. The first number is given in the left hand side instead of the right hand side. Why? Because this triple bond is one functional group and the chloro is another functional group. When 2 functional groups present, that may confuse you to give numbers for the carbons of carbon chain. There, the priority rule helps you to predict the first carbon. Here, the priority goes to this triple bond. So, the triple bond is present in the left hand side of the structure. So, this is the first carbon 2, 3, 4, 5. So, this is 4th carbon attached with chloro. So, let us write 4 chloro, the length is 5, the 5 carbon is given prefix pent. The second carbon is started with the ine. So, pent 2 ine. When you write ene, that represent double bond. When you write ine, that represent triple bond. The second carbon is started with, in between second and the third, when the triple bond present, you should write 2 ine, not 3 ine. When the triple bond present in between 2 and 3, you should give the name, you should start the name 2 ine, not 3 ine. So, this is 4 chloro, pent 2 ine. And the next compound is very important because it is not a linear chain. So far we have the linear chain, linear straight chains, but in the 7th one is not a linear structure, it is a bent structure. So, the first here the chain is started with the CH3, here we have one CH, here CH, here C, H2, Br. So, which is the first carbon? This double bond is one functional group and here this bromo is one functional group. Bromo is attached with the CH2, that is primary carbon, that is given here the first preference. The last case, when chloro and triple bond present, where we give preference, the side where we have the triple bond present is given first preference. Here bromo and double bond present, you should give the first preference to this bromo attached carbon. So, this is first, second, third, fourth. So, this is now called as 1 bromo 1 bromo, length of the carbon chain is 4, so the prefix is bute, 1 bromo, bute. The second carbon and the third carbon has one double bond, that is ene. So you should give the name as 2-ene instead of 3-ene. You should give 2-ene, like 2-ine. You should give name here as 2-ene. So bute, 4 carbons bute, 2-ene, 2-ene, 1 bromo, bute, 2-ene. The 8th one, this is the first carbon. Actually, this is carbon double bond OOH is simply COOH. You know, COOH is a functional group of carboxylic acid. So here, this is the second carbon CH2, third carbon CH2, fourth carbon CH2, fifth carbon CO, and the last carbon here is CH3. Whenever the chain ends, there you should write CH3. So here the chain ends. So in the 6th position we have CH3. So CH3, CO, CH2, 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 CO, here OH. So this is CO combined with OH called COOH, carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acids are given in the IUPAC nomenclature that are ending with OIC suffix. OIC. When you have 2 carboxylic acids in the same compound, then that is called as dioic. Dicarboxylic acid ends with dioic. Monocarboxylic acid ends with the suffix oic. So this is monocarboxylic acid, contain only one COOH, ends with oic suffix. So CH3, CO, CH2, CH2, CH2. COOH is carboxylic acid. The length of the carbon chain is 6. So hex, hexanoic acid. So what is there in 5th? Oxo. So 5-oxo, 5-oxo, 6 carbon is given prefix hex, hexa, hexane, end with oic, OIC, hexanoic acid. 5-oxo hexanoic acid.